Hello. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Esther. Welcome all the friends from Mind Stories. And today our teaching monk is Monk Daniel. The section will be followed. First, we start with a meditation talk, and then we will have the meditation section, and later we will have the Q&A section. To begin the section, let's pay respect to the teaching monk today by bowing 3 times together. Bow. Second bow. And third bow. May Monk Daniel begin the section now?
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone on Monday today. It's good to be back and see everyone still here, even though it's been a couple weeks without seeing each other. So it's good to see that everyone is still continuing to meditate and come every Monday. And even for those of us who maybe watch later on the rerun, so welcome and welcome to Meditation Monday. For me, it just recently came out of where I normally stay. So I've been going, just recently I went to the north of Thailand to teach meditation to people from Mexico, about 10 people. And they all meditated very well. So I'd like to share all that positivity with all of you. And maybe someday in the future, everyone on Mindstars can also come to Thailand and we can have a retreat somewhere nice. Yeah, whether it's in the mountains or in somewhere that is ready for you. Because if you come in person, we can go a little bit more deeper in practice. But as now, the best thing we can do, luckily we have Zoom to still reconnect, to remind ourselves to keep meditating. This is the most important thing. So just to remind us before we meditate that stop is the key to success from Hong Pu. And I can't emphasize this enough, that we need to really remind ourselves and use it all the time as your own mantra, right? We already know that Sammarahang is a mantra, but another mantra or other saying or slogan that we have to keep and use is stop is the key to success. I was mentioning this to some students the other day in Bali. I didn't go to Bali physically, but as Zoom. And I was mentioning that unless we are used to going forward all the time, when we have a problem, when we have a situation, we always go through it, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And when you hear it, take a step back, people get shocked. Why? Why do I have to take a step back? Because most people think that taking a step back means you give up, right? Or you give up. It's like a failure to take a step back or to go backwards. But when we meditate, it's like we're not taking a step back, we're getting out of the situation for a moment and raising our mind higher. Does that make sense? So when you raise your mind higher, you have a bigger perspective, right? When you meditate, that's what happens. Your mind becomes higher, becomes more pure, becomes more clear, becomes more positive. So that higher perspective is like before you were on the ground and you only saw the wall in front of you. But if you go onto a different perspective higher up, what happens? You see that the wall is only this long. And the wall that you're running into, actually you can walk around it. Or there's another way, a different path. So this is something that you never really realize if you keep going forward and crashing into the wall until eventually, hopefully, that wall breaks. Sometimes we can break through and sometimes we don't. And meditation helps you to find the way out quicker. So don't forget that, especially as we are a community that meditates so often now. Use your meditation as a tool to help you, not just a something that you do as an activity, like, oh, Paul would say, don't treat meditation like a time to eat. We just eat when we feel hungry. Like, okay, it's time to go eat. Treat it like breathing, meaning that you need to do it to live. Eating is, yes, you also need to do it to live, but you also do it as like once or twice or 3 times a day or more. That it's like an activity that you go and do. But when you meditate, it's like you need to do it consistently as often as possible, and that will help to maintain your mind. So we can talk about how to do it throughout the day, but if you have any questions after the session, but just remind for you, stop is the key to success. And then every time we meditate, our mind is like this. Everyone starts out like this. It's dark. But every time we meditate, we make space in that darkness. And as we meditate more and more, that space grows and grows until your mind is going to get brighter automatically. It declutters your mind and makes space for the happiness to grow, for the creativity to come, to everything to come, right? Think of yourself as a glass. If your glass is full, even though you want more water or you want to add something else to it, you can't because it's full, right? So this is like our mind in the beginning. It's like this. It's full. No space for brightness, no space for happiness, even though it wants to grow. But when we meditate, it makes space again. And now we have enough space to put in some happiness. And then as we put in the happiness will grow as you stay in the meditation. The relaxation will grow, and then that will push out all the clutter, all the darkness, all the negativity in your mind until your mind becomes bright. So it happens naturally, and I'm sure many of us have experienced it already as we meditate, that as we sit in the beginning, we feel neutral, nothing special. But how come after you end the session, you feel better, you feel positive, you feel some kind of energy happening, right? So it's something to think about. Where did that happiness come from? It didn't just magically come, right? It came because when your mind is still, it does what I just mentioned in the picture. It makes space for the happiness inside you that you have to grow. The key thing is there is happiness inside of you. There is positivity inside of you. But sometimes we have other thing blocking it. So it can't grow, it can't expand. It's like covered by that negativity, or covered by all your thoughts, all your wandering thoughts, and all your good and positive. It's all cluttered in there. So even though inside here is some happiness, you can't see it yet. So as you relax and you let go, you allow that happiness that's already there inside of you to come out. And when it comes out, there's space, more space to expand. Okay? So let's take some time to reconnect with our happiness that's inside, and then if you have any questions, we can talk about it after. Okay? So like always, before we meditate, let's take some time to adjust ourselves and prepare ourselves for the meditation session. No need to rush. Take your time. Find a comfortable position. So now it's our time on this Monday to reconnect with our happiness by simply starting from the basics, not rushing into the meditation, but taking our time. Finding a position that's comfortable for you today in this session. Because every session is different. How we used our body throughout the day can vary. So please take the time to check yourself, observe yourself, listen to yourself. What position is good for you today? As we sit on the floor, in a chair, Please don't worry about that perfect posture. The only thing that matters is we feel comfortable in the beginning. Adjusting the best we can as we slowly and gently close our eyes, naturally as if we're going to sleep. Remember that meditation is about relaxation of body and mind. So every step that we take from now and continuing onwards should be adding to that relaxation, making us feel more comfortable, making us feel more relaxed. From the moment we close our eyes, from the moment we relax and release our body, from the moment we close our eyes, every step adding to that relaxation, relaxing and releasing all our muscles. A simple way and an easy way is just by breathing. Breathing in and out. But every time that we breathe in, we need to gently and softly bring our attention on our breath, as if we're breathing in relaxation. And even though we exhale, not only do we release, but we also allow the relaxation to spread out around us. We may do this a few times at our own pace, feeling your breath as it enters, filling us up with relaxation, helping to relax and ease and soothe all our muscles. As we scan from our head all the way down to our toes, making sure everything is relaxed. This is a crucial and important step. As long as our body is relaxed, our mind will become still easier. This is the foundation of the meditation. And actually, our meditation has already begun the moment we started to relax. Now we just need to continue to relax, to release, to let go. Once our body becomes more calm and relaxed, we can shift to our mind. Our mind needs to be in the present, allowing ourselves to let go of anything that we may be holding on to, whether it's in the past or in the future. It's not time to hold on to it. The longer we hold on to it, the more tired we are. So now let's let go of everything and bring our attention to simply ourselves. Whether that's bringing our mind softly and gently to the center of the body, 2 finger widths above the navel, in the middle of our abdomen. That's our destination or home of the mind. If we're familiar with placing our mind there and we feel comfortable as we do it, we can start from there. Or for some of us, we aren't ready to place our mind there, and that's okay. We can use the mantra and the visualization to help our mind go there naturally on its own. The key is to start from the point or the method that is comfortable, relaxing for you. And every session is different. So the key is to check softly and gently for yourself, feeling what is the most natural and easiest method for you. For some of us, it's maybe just repeating the mantra in your mind. Samma araham. Samma araham. Samma araham. Samma meaning purity and araham meaning freedom. Meaning that every time we repeat it, our mind will become pure and free from any negative thoughts, like a shield, resonating from inside our mind, expanding out, calling your mind back home inside of us. Or for some of us, it may be easy to visualize in this session. But instead of focusing on the clarity of the image, try to feel the image. Whether we imagine the crystal sphere, a Buddha image, the moon, an apple, an ice cube, whatever we like. But try to feel the image. For example, the crystal sphere. Try to feel the weight as if you're holding it in your hand, or as if you have swallowed it into the center. Feel the coolness, the smoothness of the crystal. Feel the cool temperature of it. Feel how smooth and round it is. Rather than trying to imagine the image clearly, use your feeling first. It's completely natural in the beginning for the image to not be clear, and that's okay. As long as we follow our feeling and be patient, the image will get clear on its own. Allow your mind to adjust at its own pace. Or for some of us right now, we feel calm and settled, and we can simply let go, do nothing, and be still. This is the ultimate goal. Stop is the key. The success means we don't need to do anything. We get to the point where our mind is still and it stops. And that's when the heart happiness inside will start. But until we get to that point, we just follow what makes us feel comfortable, what helps us to stay mindful and relaxed, conscious and comfortable at the same time. Find the balance where it's not too tight and not too loose, where you can answer for ourselves, answer for yourself that we are enjoying the meditation, where you feel comfortable with both body and mind. Or for some of us, we may just feel neutral, and that's okay. That's a good starting point. As long as we feel content with that feeling, the relaxation will grow from being neutral automatically. We need to focus on what we have and not what's missing. As long as we have any amount of comfort, that's enough to start. Even if it's just a neutral feeling. So let's continue to allow that feeling to grow naturally every second that your mind is in the present. Until we feel that our mind is becoming calm and still gradually. Where we can feel that we don't need the mantra or the visualization anymore. And we can simply let go and enjoy the stillness. Enjoy the feeling. No matter how long it lasts. If we find that that stillness disappears and our mind is wandering again, that's okay. We can simply go back and remember the method we used to get to that stillness. Whether that's the mantra, the visualization, and use the same method again. Or maybe we can change. It depends on how you feel. And before you know it, we'll get back to the stillness again. But this time it will last longer as we slowly train our mind to be familiar with being still. As we repeat this process over and over, doing the correct method consistently, the stillness will last longer and longer naturally. And every moment we are in that stillness, we create space in our mind, clearing out the clutter and the negativity to uncover the happiness inside of you, giving it space for it to grow and expand, making us feel clear, bright, clean from the inside, where we feel fresh, empowered, So let's continue to follow our comfort of body and mind and allow the happiness inside of you to grow and reveal itself. So let's continue to meditate together in silence for a moment. that we have taken the time to still and calm our mind, collecting those moments of stillness, collecting those moments of positivity where our mind is clear, bright, and pure. Now it's time for us to share that brightness of mind, like the sun shines to everything and everyone, allowing the brightness within you, the brightness of your mind, to overcome the darkness in our life or in this world. Your mind is the element of success. That's why Long Po said stop is the key to success. Even though we may have just been still for a moment or two, the positivity in your mind is powerful. So now let's share that brightness of mind. Sharing it to yourself and expanding it out by simply wishing in a positive way, spreading our love and kindness, starting from yourself, as if we're smiling to ourselves, smiling from the inside, wishing to yourself to be healthy, to be free from any mental or physical suffering, to have only good fortune, to overcome any obstacle, to have the wisdom, have the clarity of mind, and be able to connect with the happiness inside you easily and quickly every time you meditate. And we can wish the same or even more to our loved ones, our family, our friends, expanding your good intentions and wishes to cover everyone, to cover all our friends in the Zoom, wishing for them as well. The more we share, the more we expand our positive thought and wishes. That positivity will come back to you like a ripple. Your simple but powerful wish will create the spark of positivity within you, making your life brighter and making the lives of others brighter in the future. Because what we think, we will become. We will do. We will say. We will act. We can wish for the whole world, for everyone. As if the earth is inside of us, shining brightly. Or as if we're covering the earth, wishing for everyone and everything wishing for world peace through inner peace, starting from ourselves and expanding out. Once we made this resolution and wish, we can come back to ourselves, continuing to be still where we feel comfortable, allowing yourself to absorb and receive the positivity from within you and from around you, from everyone meditating together in this moment. Sapphe Buddha Palapata Vache Kanang Jayang Palang Arahanta Nate Shirakang Pantami Sapaso Sapaputta Nupavena Sapadhamma Nupavena Sapasangha Nupavena Sathasoti. Part 1 today. By the positivity of the meditation generated within you, all that positive energy bless you in every way. And when we are ready, we may slowly and gently open our eyes.
Thank you, Mark Danny, for the beautiful section, and hope everyone enjoyed the inner peace inside. May I now invite everyone to turn on the camera now and share a lovely smile and happiness with all the people in my story friends, and also share love and kindness to all the people that meditate with us, offline or online. So say cheers and keep smiling. Thank you, everyone. May I return the section back to Monk Danny, please?
So, like normal, please give me an initial survey of how you felt in this session from 1 to 5, or anything higher than that is also well, or if If it's not on the scale, please let me know. And just a good review for yourself, not to compare to anyone or to just to help you observe yourself and why was today good, why was today not as good. It's just a good habit to have every time you meditate. Check how you feel. As long as there's no bad session, because every session we learn more about ourselves. Even if we had obstacles, it's good because you see your mind. Most people, we don't look at our mind, right? We just let it be, and whatever happens, happens. If we're angry, we're angry. If we're sad, we're sad. So when you look at your mind, you know, today we have an issue or we have an obstacle. That's the first step of fixing it. You need to see it first, and then we can overcome it. Okay. And meditation, don't worry about obstacles. We all have them. So we can just change it from, let's change the word from obstacle to just, it's a normal occurrence. Sometimes you have a bump, but just like you're driving, when you have a bump in your car, do you freak out? Do you get frustrated? Do you get annoyed? No, you keep driving. It's normal. Sometimes the road isn't smooth, but doesn't stop you from getting to the destination, right? So treat that same way. If you have a bump in your meditation, some wandering mind, some random images, or some uncomfortable feeling, we can just go around it, keep going, adjust, as we mentioned, whether it's opening your eyes, whether it's using the mantra again, the visualization again, and that will help you to keep going. So don't get frustrated, but just is normal, and we can slowly go around it. Okay, thank you for your wonderful observation skills. From Iman, 5, from Valley Proof, 4, Marky Mark, 3.5, very exact. It's good. From everyone, from Gal, 4, from Hazel, 4, from Janet, 4, Jesse, 4, Lee Shu, 3, Madel, 4, Real Me, I'm guessing that's your phone, 3, from Esther, our moderator today, 4.5, wow. From Pam, 5, very relaxed and peaceful, and Karen, 2, it's okay. Anywhere trouble or some bumps, that's okay. It gets smoother and smoother every time we practice. It's like a path, right? When you walk it the first time, it's not going to be smooth, but as we walk it often, this path will get smoother and smoother. So if anyone has any questions or comments you would like to share, please feel free to type as I'm talking. Yeah, from Marky Mark, it's good to see you again. Thank you, Monk Daniel. My meditation was very peaceful today. I have not been meditating regularly. Oh no. Since I returned back to London 2 weeks ago, but I've decided this morning that I was going to change this and get back on track. So thank you for your guidance, Satu. Wow, takes a lot of wisdom and courage and determination to think like that. So thank you so much, and it's a good example to share too. Like when you don't practice regularly, but that's like the one scary thing with meditation, is that if we don't practice consistently, our mind goes back very quickly to how it was before we meditated. So the quicker we realize that and the quicker we can adjust. The hardest part is making the decision to take the step to start again. And I know it's not easy in the beginning because we have to go through all the clutter that we gathered in 2 weeks. But please be patient with yourself, and when you start again, just remember to start from just focusing on your goal of to relax and to let go. Don't worry about what happened in the past or expect or go into the meditation with any comparison or mind in the future or in the past. So bring your mind to the present. Am I relaxed? Am I neutral? That's enough. And everything else will come back because you've walked down the path before. So your mind will slowly remember the path. It's not like your first time, right? So the path that you once walked, your mind will remember it, and just give it some time to clear the bush, clear the overgrown path a little bit, and then your mind will see the path again. Oh, that's the path I used to walk. I remember it now. So please be patient with yourself, and I'm sure it'll come back, the old experiences, and even better. So thank you for coming back. From Gal. Thank you, Monk Daniel and Mindstars team. Enjoyed a good session. Thank you. From Christine, 5+. Wonderful wonderful session. There's something new every time I meditate with this group. Thank you, Mindstars team. Yes, there's many things that you can realize with yourself. Like I mentioned, inside of you, we all have happiness, but it's covered. So once we uncover it by taking our mind, clearing our mind out with the distractions, you'll see what's actually in your mind more and more, that happiness. And then the more you meditate, the more you learn about your own mind, the more you connect with your own self, your true self. You may not notice it, but our true self has been influenced by many things. So we don't really know what is our true self, what is our true state of mind. But as we practice more and more, we'll see it and experience it more and more. So please, Christine, please continue to join, and I'm sure you'll learn more and more. From Dali Peru, I am feeling more relaxed after a few weeks. Thank you very much, Monk Daniel, for excellent guidance. From tomorrow, my final exam will start. I believe my concentration will work well. I hope I'll give you the blessing. May you pass with easiness, and may all the answers and all the things you studied pop up. I actually had the same thing once. I had to take a Bali exam for back when I was still like a new monk, and we have to take exams to pass, and it was in Thai as well, so it was kind of a challenge for me to not only learn Thai and also write Thai, and also the monk test is all written, so there's no multiple choice, there's no like luck. If I choose A, maybe I'll get it right, but it's all written, and they have to read and examine your written exam. But luckily the exam only had 10 questions, 10 written questions, like an essay, and we have to read many books. So you can imagine when you read many books and then condense all that knowledge into 10 questions. So what is the chances that the 10 questions you get will be exactly to what you studied, right? So you have to read the book a lot. But luckily for me, I read it, and I also meditated, and I made the wish that may the questions that come out on the test be the same questions or the same material that I studied, that I went over. And yeah, when I got to the test, 7 out of the 10 questions was from what I just read the other day. The other 3 was just also in a general area, so it was easy to pass. So I hope you have that same experience and you pass the test easily. And before you start your test, just take a moment to meditate before you start it. I'm sure you'll pass with 100%. From Pam, good evening, Lumpy Daniel. May I ask, please, when the meditation experience is occurring, sometimes light thoughts come. Can you please advise? Thank you, Ka. It's okay. It's okay. It's like when you're driving and you're still driving, but there's a small bump, like I mentioned. Just keep going. As long as we don't focus too much on the question, meaning, or on the light thought. Like we may have like a random thought, but we didn't attach to it and like continue the thought. It's not gonna hinder our progress. Just keep going with your experience, and don't be frustrated that, hey, why did that come? It's just a small bump, and keep going. It's like you're going and if it's a small thought like, oh, don't forget to take the laundry out of the out of the washing machine, and then you're, oh yeah, okay, never mind, and I keep going. But don't continue the thought like, oh, when am I gonna do it? When am I gonna go get it? When am I gonna do the next load or something like that? If it's a small thought and then you can like acknowledge it, let it go, and keep going, it's no problem. Okay. From Iman, hello everyone, greetings from Jordan. Thanks a lot, Venerable Daniel. So peaceful meditation and comfortable and relaxing. Thank you, Jordan, for always joining, no matter what time, no matter how far away. So thank you for joining. Oh, it's so bright in your room. But it's probably not as bright as your mind now. So please, your mind is the brightest light. So don't forget that. From Tan, rejoice in everyone's merits. Hazel, I just came back from Thailand this week, but my mind is still on the airplane observing the view from up there. It's okay. Sometimes when we travel a lot, we definitely absorb a lot of things through our senses. So it may be a little bit difficult to clear everything out, but that's okay. If we meditate more, I'll slowly get out of that. From Esther, thank you, Monk Daniel, for the beautiful session. I have a question for my friend. Feel occasionally very scared when taking the train or car. Sometimes feel hard to get on the vehicle. May Lumpy give me some advice. Thanks. Sometimes the best shield we can have is a mind in a calm place. You can think of it when you center yourself, it's like you create a shield. And when your mind is calm and peaceful, it will attract positive situations to you. So when you do that, it can be like your own shield to calm you before you get in the car or in the train. So I would recommend you to, before you get in the train or car, take a deep breath, bring your mind to the end of your breath at the center, and just place your mind there. Repeat the mantra. And even if you get on the train, get on the car, stay with the mantra, samarahang, 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 and that will help you to calm down. Okay, or on the plane, or on the train, maybe there's some. I do it on the plane sometimes if there's turbulence, and we get shocked. You can use the mantra samarahang, 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 instead of focusing on the turbulence or on the shaking. Okay. Okay. When your mind is traveling, or when you're traveling but your mind is still on the inside, you will be protected. It's your own shield. Okay. So I think that's everyone's questions. Thank you so much, everyone. And I hope you continue to join us on Thursday. And also don't forget about the Mind Stories app. And if you would like to re-listen to the session, you can always do that because all the sessions are recorded. So please join us in the future, and hope to see you next Monday. So thank you, everyone. Please stay healthy and of both body and mind, and I hope to see you soon next Monday.
Thank you, Monk Daniel, for the beautiful section and answers to our questions. May everyone let write out section by bowing 3 times to Monk Daniel together. First bow, second bow, and third bow.
May the positivity that you generated in yourself from this meditation and all the positive deeds that you have done in the past until now, may all that positive energy bless you in every way, keeping you healthy of both body and mind, keeping you on the path of success and good fortune, being able to overcome any obstacle, and most importantly, may this positive energy help to guide you, to protect you, look after you, and help you in your meditation to go deeper until you attain the utmost of purity within you from your meditation.
Thank you so much, Monk Daniel, for the blessings. And may I invite everyone to join again on our coming Thursday sections and bring more friends together to join us, and so that we can share the happiness with all the people around us, and we'll create a better world together. So see you, and remember to meditate again tonight before sleep. See you. Have a nice day.